dances me to the beat without no regret. You got no love without no love. You got no regret without no regret. You got no love. A melody where I belong in this life.
Welcome to T-Boys TV. We're back again with another Hatter Show, episode 35. And obviously, like always, I'm joined with my dad. And today he's got his camera on. Do you know what I mean? So there we go. How are you, Dad? How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good, mate. You?
Yeah, I'm good. I am still a bit fuming about our result, but obviously I will get into that. But let me get into some comments first. Big up Taylor, he says, all right, Tyler, I'm good, mate. How about yourself? Brummy on tour, evening, Tyler. Dore on tour in the house. Yes, he will be on later on. Blue Terrier says, that's a chant. That's a chant. So there you go. But yeah, obviously, like we said, we'll talk about Huddersfield. And like Harry has hinted there, and obviously, if you'd have seen on the socials, we have got a Nottingham Forest fan on for the game tomorrow. So yeah, but we're going to get into the Huddersfield game. Not that I really want to, but it's got to be done. It's got to be done. We played away Monday night. Sorry, it felt like a Friday for me for some reason. But Monday night football, we travelled to Huddersfield. You know, it's a massive game. You know, if any team was to win that at the time, they would have went up to third. Right, let's just start off with the lineup. Now, when I saw it, I was like, Nathan Jones, you know, brilliant manager. We all know that. But I thought he had 3 decisions wrong. Looking back at it and the way the game went, I would say he had 2. You know, Ruddock, for me, he needed to be dropped. And I'm sure you're the same as me on that, Dad.
Yeah. Like, he's just not been in the greatest form. Like, we're carrying him a bit. You know what I'm saying? And maybe like he's had a couple of little niggly injuries. You know what I mean? So he needs like a rest as well. So
Yeah.
I was surprised he started, to be honest, again.
Yeah, no, most definitely. And then the other one I would say, only because of how his performances have been in a Luton shirt. I know they've been better in recent weeks, but Lansbury as well. I feel there's other options in midfield we could have went with. You know, the likes of Snodgrass starting, and yeah. I'm sure you agree on that as well.
Yeah, well, I thought he would start because, you know, when he come on against Peterborough, sorry, I'm just looking at some stats and that, but when he come on against Peterborough, you know, he made a instant impact, you know, and he's got that ability, he's got that know-how, you know, so in a tough game like that, start him. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, especially with what, you know, could have potentially happened in that game if we were to go on and win. You know, that's a massive game, you know, 2 teams battling for playoffs. He's got that experience. So that's what I will say on that. But Harry says, never thought I'd see the day. Darren with his camera on. Big up to you, Darren. There you go. Getting a bit of love, Dad. Getting a bit of love here.
Big up,
Taylor. Oh, big up Taylor, by the way, actually, before I read his comment. So he actually saw me at the Huddersfield game. Obviously, I was looking out for Huddersfield fans. And he came up to me, shake my hand. It was a little bit awkward, but that's not because of him. You know, that's just because I was looking out for someone else. But no, I appreciate that, mate. I do appreciate that, you coming over. And like I said to you, you know, after, if you ever want to come on the vlog, same for any other Luton fans, even opposition fans when we play them, when I do vlogs, feel free. But yeah, he says here, yeah, good, mate. Trying to forget about Huddersfield, lol, but looking forward to tomorrow. Yeah, no, like I said, I'm the same here. I'm trying to look away from Huddersfield. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, it's going to be interesting tomorrow, but we'll get into it later. No, we're not talking about that penalty. Well, we will actually, but not now. Issa, big up Issa. He says, hi, mate. Big up yourself. David, obviously a Luton fan, he says, hello. Big up Ravi. I ain't seen him for a while in the comments. He says, yo, the Luton show packing more punches than Mike Tyson, you know, like that. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. Big up yourself, though. But yeah, overall, what was you thinking when you saw the lineup? Other than them 2 things I've mentioned.
We'll go through it again like we normally do.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I haven't actually done it, have I? So it's a 5-3-2 like always.
Yeah.
Well, most of the time anyway. So it's Shea in goal, back three of Naismith on the left side, Bradley and Bree is the right centre back. Fred was the right wing back. Bell was the left wing back. Lansbury, Ruddock, Campbell was the midfield. And then obviously Adebayo and Cornick up top. Now, before you say your bit, the only thing I was really happy with at the time was the front two. Obviously, you have to go to them in a game like this. Bell. Now, the thing with Fred, I didn't mind Fred there, but I don't like Bree as a right centre back.
No, it's not his natural position. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And but it looks like we had no choice. Because Lockie is injured. Didn't know he was. Burke. They're obviously not fit enough to play. Bradley's not really fit enough to play, but Kioso maybe could have started.
Yeah.
Kioso could play in that position. He could play, on the right side of defence, and then Bree could have played in his normal position. And then Lansbury starting. He's similar to Ruddock, isn't he? It's just average. You need more fire.
Exactly.
In that midfield, and we just didn't have it. Up top, it was what we went, but Adebayo weren't his greatest.
No,
which we can't expect him to be every single game. You know what I mean? That's the strongest we've got. You're not going to suddenly drop him, are you? You know what I'm saying? So, but I just felt like it's a bit of tinkering, but then you got the injuries. So Osho's out as well. So I can see why he put it like that. And we have played like that previous, one game or whatever it was. Do you know what I mean? And then even in that game, I think Burke was starting, Bree was on the right, and then Burke got injured, so we had to switch it around and stuff. Do you know what I mean? We just keep getting it, and that it's the toll of the season for us. You know what I'm saying? Like everyone's just getting injured. Like during the game, during the first half, someone's just coming off.
Two midfield injuries in the first half. Obviously, we'll get into that, but I definitely hear what you're saying there.
They've worked extremely hard, and the only thing is now, have they got that in them? I know mentally they probably have, but physically, have they got it in them to continue for to potentially more than 5 games?
Yeah, exactly.
It might just be a little bit, too much for us. But we'll see. You never know. But that's the way I'm feeling at the moment. I think we are a good side, but we just keep getting down. And injuries do affect any team.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
That. Especially in key positions that we keep getting them in. We're lucky that the strikers haven't been like that as well, to be honest. But so regarding the lineup, it was kind of forced upon him. It's easy to say on hindsight, before you know all the facts. Oh, why is he doing this? Why is he doing that? I didn't know Lockie was that injured.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how bad he is, but didn't you say you saw it? They was in training or something.
I saw him and Burke in training, but I'm not too sure if that means they'll be available.
No, then maybe he just had a knock or whatever. I know Burke come off in that game a few games ago, wasn't it? But maybe he's all right now. But we'll see.
Yeah.
Just got to roll with the punches.
Yeah, no, definitely. But Issa, a Liverpool fan, he comes onto a lot of the Premier League streams and stuff I do. He says, "Tell your dad I'll say hi to him." So
big up, Issa. Big up yourself.
Was he staring at his picture, wondering what it was?
No, because it's on my phone and it's like.
Oh right, got you, yeah. Trent and Havertz in the cup final, if anyone didn't know. But Luton should bounce back. I hope so, Ravi. I do hope so, mate. But I suppose this comment sort of comes back to previously where the records have been broken, like the ones where we couldn't get 3 wins in a row in the Championship, and we've but yeah, it's a very tough game coming up, and I'm not just saying it because Dore's in the background. I'm being dead serious. So yeah, cheer me on. Saturday got my penalties. Oh, you're going on the pitch? You're going on the pitch and taking the penalties? I have actually applied for that. Done that quite a while ago. But I'm doing a watch along. I'm not actually going. Otherwise, I would probably record it, add that to the vlog. But no, good luck, mate. Good luck.
What is that for the game tomorrow? He means.
I'm guessing that is what David means. I'm guessing. Is your boy Musgrave playing in the next game? Most likely not, unfortunately. Has he even been on the bench recently?
No, not that much. No.
Well, I don't think he is. Another championship game that's going on. What is your score prediction for Birmingham versus Coventry? Now, obviously, that's another Midlands derby. Obviously, Birmingham fan asking. I'm going to say, I think I said 1-0 Birmingham on my championship predictions that I do on Perry Sports. So, yeah, I'm going to say 1-0 Birmingham. What do you reckon, Dad?
I think it's going to be a draw. 1-1.
Yeah? 1-1,
yeah,
fair enough.
Evenly matched teams. Got really a lot to play for, apart from maybe pride or whatever. But
yeah, exactly. Bragging rights, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like this score prediction. 3-1 Forest. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Yeah, Moneybird, you were going in my comments. Oh, I wonder why you ain't done a reaction. Well, here it is, mate. You know what I mean? So there you go. It's just I've been busy recently, very busy. Yeah, it was my AirPods connecting to my car. Oh yeah, he said the audio played up, but Harry said it was all right. Barca losing, not surprised. Really not, to be honest. Goal scorers. We'll get into that. We'll get into that. Geez. Harry, obviously Birmingham fan, obviously looking at opposition and that. He says Coventry only have 13 fit players tomorrow.
Interesting.
That is an interesting one.
Same as us.
Yeah, literally. Luton will bounce back. Come on, I hope so. It's not that I think we won't. It's just tomorrow's tough. But we'll get into that. We haven't even spoke about the first half yet. So the first half, so obviously I ring you like I always do. Obviously I was there. And I didn't think it was overly bad. I thought defensively we were all right. I just think I've said it to you plenty of times. I've said it a lot on, when I talk about Luton recently. I think we just need to start taking pop shots. Like I mentioned earlier, another problem we had, obviously not their fault, but the injuries, Lansbury and Ruddock. Now, either way, Ruddock needed to come off if it was to be in the second half. He gave the ball away twice. One of them, Shea, actually saved, didn't he? Saved it, tipped it wide, and he gave the ball away another time. He needed to come off, other than the injury as well. And then Lansbury shortly after, but it was, Lansbury's second half, sorry. Ruddock was first. But what did you make of the first half?
I thought we can, we set up all right. We looked a decent side. We was passing it around all right. Bit too patient for my liking. But what you're saying about the pot shots and that, normally they come from the midfielders. Do you know what I'm saying? And Campbell was just too. It wasn't, it weren't his best game, but you can't rely on him. He's more of an aggressive kind of midfielder, win the ball and all that. Yeah, Lansbury, I don't think I've seen him. He hardly ever takes a pot shot. Ruddock, he scores once in a blue moon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's where you need people like Berry on the pitch, because Berry will try them shots.
He's got that killer instinct. So
yeah, Clark's injured, so but he's another player who'll be doing that. Snodgrass is probably like that as well, So that ain't Adebayo and Cornick. They very rarely take them kind of shots. Definitely Cornick, rarely see him score like a 25-yard fucking shot or whatever. Do you know what I mean? So I get what you're saying in that respect. So we were just sort of, we looked all right, we looked like a top 6 side, but just not, and we didn't we have a great chance in that game? Like, who was it? No, we had like one shot on target or something, didn't we?
Yes.
So yeah, we just weren't. I think we was more trying, like you say, trying to walk it into the net, but it wasn't poor. It was just, there's just not enough fighting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I get what
it's
you
hard
mean.
to explain, right? Because it's quite unusual for us to only have one shot on target, and this is in the whole game, let alone just the first half.
Yeah.
So it's one of them. But yeah, we weren't poor. The second half, we were.
Yeah, obviously we'll
But then we had two in. Ruddock come off first half, wasn't it?
Yeah. Ruddock was first half confirmation.
Yeah.
Lansbury's second.
So, you can't do anything in them kind of situations sometimes, unless you're like Man City. You've got 3, world-class players for each position, who they rotate pretty much every game.
Yeah.
We ain't in that position, right? And Huddersfield are good. They're similar to us. They're not the greatest team at all, but they've got fighters in their team. They've got fighters in their team, and they
They are very similar to us.
Many injuries, and they basically sort of countered us, and that's what they were looking to do the whole game: counter us, which is quite unusual considering they were the home team, but it is what it is. He obviously done his homework, and probably, but they would have accounted for, if Lansbury plays or Ruddock plays, then you can just basically pressurize them, stuff like that. So what can you say? I've seen worse performances in the first half than that, and I don't think it was that bad.
Yeah, let's not get into them sort of games, because I know what games you're on about. But Harry says here, which I would have said maybe not a win, but I'd have said it, would have been potentially us getting 2 points out of Huddersfield this season. He says if that penalty goes in, the outcome would have probably been a Luton win.
Yeah,
obviously,
because
we'll get into that.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
There you go. But yeah, I don't. I'm not saying you're completely wrong. Momentum could have went our way. You never know. But Taylor says, for me, it felt as if they dominated us in terms of getting chances. Now, I'd agree with that. I would definitely agree with that. So yeah, it comes back to really what we were saying, wasn't it? Manny says Forest is a must win for you now. Now,
I wouldn't say it's a must win.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I wouldn't say
more like don't lose, but not a must.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like putting a decent.
Yeah. No, I got you.
Like, don't I wouldn't say it's a must win. Not at all. Because
I like his thing, by the way. Keep calm because Leeds are shit. That's quality. That is quality. But yeah, let's talk about the second half. So yeah, obviously one of the comments is just to do with the second half as well. So the second half, obviously, like I said, another midfield issue. As you can see in the title, injury problems all over the place. That is literally how it is. Obviously, defensively, midfield. Defenders might be back tomorrow, some of them, but at this current moment in time. But obviously, like I said, Potts come on for Lansbury. Obviously, Lansbury come off injured. Speedy recovery. Same to Ruddock. And then their goal. Now, at first, I was just like, what the hell just happened? How did that go in? Looking back at it, I'm not going to lie. We've said it together off here. Someone should have closed him down.
100%.
It's a very good, idea, and obviously it paid off. You look at how the finish was, but we've got to be doing better defensively there. As much as I think Shea did have a decent game, he did get caught off guard there as well. I'm not going to lie. But talk to me about the goal.
Yeah, but that's one of them, like, most keepers would get that. You ain't expecting someone to just try and dink it like that, really. But not you know what I'm saying? Maybe in the Premier League. But anyway, like, it should have been closed down. Like, Snodgrass looked at him and then just thought, and then someone will pick him up, and they didn't. And it was a pot shot. It weren't like it was a sublime. It weren't no Cantona business. Do you know what I mean? He just tried it, went in. Other games it probably would have went over or something. It would have been lucky, but whatever. But yeah, like, the marking was just poor. And that's what I'm saying. Because you ain't got consistent back three, back four, whatever. Then the players that are normally be like, right, I'm on him. They're not there, and someone's just come on. You know what I'm saying? Like, Potts, he's not Championship quality for me. Decent player,
No.
But
what I will say, he has been, to be fair. But yeah, I know what you mean. The recent times he has played, like I've said on previous episodes, I honestly thought Middlesbrough at home was his last game for Luton. He come on, he got subbed off at half-time, got a yellow card. I thought that was the end of the road. But, ever since then, he's done all right, bar probably this game. But he's not the only player. Let's be serious. So, yeah.
Yeah,
I'll let you continue what you're saying.
Bradley weren't, again, up. He's not up to speed yet. He's a good player. He's decent. He's a decent player.
And like I said earlier, actually, I forgot to mention that. The reason why he was in my shout for one of the three that I felt shouldn't have started, but he sort of changed it to one I felt should have, is the match fitness. You saw it when he come on against Peterborough. He was not 100%. Now, and obviously I know he's come back from injury and that, but that's why I was a bit... But then, looking at the other options that you had, obviously you ain't got no Osho who can play there. You ain't got no Lockyer. You ain't got no Burke. That makes me go, okay.
Big difference. Like, we know our team and we know the impact that them players made. Even when Bradley was injured, we had people that come in and covered. It was only him. And Lockyer come in decent. Burke was pushing on. Osho was brilliant.
Quality.
Yeah. And it's just hurting us so badly at the moment. Like, and what people probably might forget as well is, like, Shea's actually our second choice goalkeeper. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, that's very true.
We're still sitting in 5th place. So you got to look at it like that.
Yeah,
you got to look at it like that sometimes. You can't be moaning that, they're some of them players are they're not your first choice players. No. So obviously they're not, they're not going to be as up to scratch as everyone else. They can come in and do a bit of a job, but they won't be as consistent as your first team regulars who are doing that game in, game out, like your Bree, your Bell. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Them players there. Campbell. Even Campbell's didn't start off great, but obviously he's settled now. He wasn't settled. That's the only reason. That was all it was. But Potts, Shea, we had them in League 2, League 1, League 2.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
They're good backup players for a mid-table championship team, for a team chasing the playoffs, potentially playing in the Premier League. Their quality will get found out.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But that was a pot shot. It weren't like, do you know what I mean? Like, what everyone else thinks their keeper would have definitely have had that. Because you wouldn't have been in that position, like the far post. You know what I'm saying? Because you would have been out of position more, if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? Because you're not following the direction of play. So he just saw where he was and just thought, I'm just going to try and hit it up. It was a hit and hope, mate. And it went in. So, that's why everyone was like, what the fuck what the fuck? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, trust me. Even the elderly fans in front of me, big up all of them that travel, by the way. But even they, well, I've never heard them swear, get rattled, or anything.
Yeah.
They were going mental. But it was great atmosphere from us. So as well as Huddersfield, to be fair. But yeah, and this comment here, as you can see by Ollie, goes back to what was said earlier, where it's a must win. Like my dad said, Forest on very good form. Look at that, 5 wins in a row. Boy, oh dear. Oh dear. But yeah, we will get into this, Manny. I totally agree with that, but we will get into that. Even my dad said he was lucky not to get sent off. We're not going to lie, but yeah, we will get into that. I don't think we'll get anything out of Forest. Maybe Cardiff. Yeah, Cardiff's a sticky one because obviously we don't tend to have a great record against them, but we'll get into that and everything else. Harry's gone for a 2-2 draw between Luton and Forest tomorrow. I would take that. I would take that, I'm not going to lie. Nothing Shea could do with that first goal. Exactly like we mentioned, should have been better, more pressure by us. Big up Waste, he says, come on, my G, Tyler. Come on, mate. What are the subs looking like in the squad? Tomorrow it could be different defensively anyway. At this current moment in time, I don't even know because he's midfield injuries now. But then it might be a thing where the defenders come back in to the bench, isn't it, really?
It's pick a mix, mate. It's one of them. You can't. It's pretty hard. We don't know. We don't know the extent.
I looked earlier before we went live to see if Nathan Jones done a press conference. He usually does the day before, but he might have, but it's not on the YouTube. That's how I watch it.
I think he's said that we're riddled. We're riddled with injuries. But everyone knows that anyway. So
yeah,
obviously some players will probably be coming back, but he's going to keep his cards close to his chest anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously Steve Cooper's one of the best coaches in England, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Geezers is that's what Nathan Jones probably wants to aspire to be honest with you. Like, when he was slightly going off topic quickly, but when he was at Swansea, he got me into the playoffs 2 seasons in a row, and then probably felt that he couldn't push him any further or whatever. I'm not quite sure what happened there. He's gone to a bigger club, more money, more resources, and he's gone into the younger players and that, and he said, look, you can, but Nathan Jones is a similar manager. They're both Welsh as well. He's not far behind him, in my opinion. But the injury situation, if Luton had their first, everyone was on firing on all cylinders or whatever, I'd be well confident about this game. But
yeah, no, most definitely, especially at home as well. Definitely.
Even if we did lose, Huddersfield, or whatever, but the injuries are just. It's going to be. We need a bit of luck as well, I think now.
Yeah, it's getting to that stage with the injuries.
We got a keeper on loan, decent keeper on loan, injured, out for gone. We had to loan someone for 1 game or 2 games.
2 games, Alex Palmer from West Brom. Yeah,
ridiculous. Do you know what I mean? One of the main positions in your team, and
exactly.
We always have that. In the promotion season, something happens with a keeper all the time. It's annoying. But
yeah, obviously you've experienced that a lot longer than me as well. So
yeah, it happens all.
There you go. But yeah, there's your answer to that, Ravi. Another thing to do with Birmingham, are they finishing 18th? Now, on my simulator thing I've done with all the results, they actually did finish 18th for me. Do you agree on that, Dad?
They own 18th. I think they own 18th position, don't they? I swear they've finished. That's their position for the last 7 years or something, isn't it?
Incoming 8-0 comments, Dad.
I've right, you know, it doesn't, you know, you can beat us 8-0 every season, but if you're finishing 8, you know what I mean?
Harry says, Ollie, we are officially shite. Aha. Or haha, sorry. But yeah, let's carry on talk about this because obviously I don't want to, you know, be here for too long, Mr. Dore waiting in the background. But yeah, the next talking point, the penalty.
Yeah, it was definitely a penalty. You know, Bree got into the box. It was tangled. You know, it was awkward. It was an awkward challenge. It was definitely a penalty. But because I had a feeling that Adebayo was going to miss because he weren't really in the game. He was lacking a bit of, I don't know, confidence or getting the service, probably more than anything. And I just thought, and their keeper's good as well.
Yeah, you know, we were, well, me and Brad, obviously Huddersfield fan, we had on last time. We were bigging him up. Obviously he is because he's his own player, but you know, even I saw some really good games. I know a lot of Birmingham fans will agree when they played each other. But yeah, carry on what you were saying.
So he didn't sky it, you know, it was close, it hit the post, but the keeper was there. I felt like the keeper probably would have saved it anyway, because that Adebayo normally does smash it into that side. And I think the keeper kind of had his number, because don't forget, he's still young, he's still learning. You're not going to. It's a few Luton fans.
It's a very high step he's made. You know, that's what people seem to forget.
Some Luton fans were saying, you know, Snodgrass or Naismith or someone like that should have took the penalty. What for? Is our penalty taker? Or you're just going to say, nah. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, he's going to take the penalty. And that was it. I did feel like if we'd have, because we was on at them at that stage, and I feel like if he would have equalised, we wouldn't have lost that game, definitely.
No. It links back to what Harry said earlier. I think we would have we'd have got a draw or win. Let's just say that.
Definitely.
You know, Harry reckons win, and you know, we could have, because as I said, momentum could have went our way. You know, got been a bit on the urgency. I think it's the word I'm looking for, but
yeah, they weren't peppering us really.
No.
Peterborough caused us more problems than they did.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's true. That is true. I can't lie.
It is. You know, we kind of let, you know, the second goal was shit as well. Like now you can question, like, because James Shea.
Oh yeah, I was going to say I
kind of got beaten at his near post. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we'll go. Do you know what? We'll just go into that now that we're talking about it. Obviously, it was Sarr as well that come on for them. Got their second goal. Yeah, poor marking, like you said.
Poor marking, but Shea probably, you know, if you know the defender in front of you. I feel like Slugar or Steer would have reacted slightly quicker and got rid of that. But maybe I'm being a bit too harsh. But that's again, you don't forget, he's our second choice keeper, and it looked like you know, he should have had it for me.
Fair enough. But
and then that was it. You know, we weren't coming back from that.
Yeah, that was really it. I'm not even going to bother with the man of the match, because for me, who would you even say? Like, let's be serious now.
There wasn't anyone that particularly stood out. To be honest.
Yeah. So, very annoying game. Obviously, we all knew it's going to be a tough game in that, but the Peterborough game. You know, we needed to come back and get a result in some way. You know, I said 2-1 Luton. I can't remember what you said. Oh, you said 1-1. You said 1-1.
Yeah.
But disappointing. It was disappointing. I know Huddersfield, obviously, you know, a good side and that, but yeah, it was just second half just was awful. That's all I really got to say about that. But big up Adam inside Luton. He says, evening, lads, evening. Ollie laughing at what you said about Birmingham earlier.
It's true.
Adam's feeling a win tomorrow. No, that'd be very nice. That would be very nice. You're very optimistic, says Taylor. He says, "Yeah, I'm going to regret it, but we're bound to win one of these." I think Birmingham paid for 18th. I'd give Fred man of the match.
Paid for it. They got a 10-year lease on it, mate.
Adam would give Fred man of the match. What do you think about that?
I thought he was all right.
Yeah, I just, as much as Fred hasn't put a foot wrong,
he play much better. Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah. Oh, Barcelona are 2-0 down. So that's 3-1 on aggregate to Frankfurt. That's at Barcelona as well. They don't really do great in Europe recently, though. I don't know what you mean by this, Harry. Comment, Harry.
Give me 1 second. My washing machine's like kicked off.
Yeah, that's all right. So I'll read these comments anyway. To be fair, I am biased towards Shea because my goalkeeper coach is one of his mates and he sent me signed gloves. Oh, that's pretty sick. But Shea is class and better than Sluga, in my opinion. Sluga was babied because of the price tag he had. Now, we'll wait for my dad to come back to see what he's got to say about this.
What's this?
Now, the first bit, fair enough. But yeah, Dad, boy, what do you reckon about this?
Oh, what's his name again? What's his name?
What?
My old next door neighbour.
Oh, I don't know his name. The AFC Wimbledon goalkeeper coach, if anyone wonders.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name.
I used to live next door to him if it's the same guy anyway. Taylor.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking, why are you going on about him? Because he's a goalkeeper coach, but then, no, I got you.
He was friends with Shea, Hilton.
Oh, West Ham have scored, by the way. 2-1 on aggregate. I just heard my stepdad shout and go absolutely mental. So, there you go.
It's on the tip of my tongue. I'll probably remember it in a minute or I'll Google it or whatever. But,
isn't it like Ash or something like that?
Yeah, Ashley Bays. That's it. Ashley Bays. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, Taylor is actually a goalkeeper as well. So
yeah, maybe he's a good coach, man. He's a good coach. That guy. He knows his stuff.
I remember when I was playing football a lot. He offered to.
He tried to get into Luton, didn't he? He tried to get into Luton, but was it who we got? That guy.
I think didn't one of the goalkeeper coaches leave or staff or to do with
Kevin. Kevin Dearden's our goalkeeping coach, and he won't leave. Okay. Not that he has to, but Ashley said he's tried to get in there, but because he is decent, he's all right. He's decent. I think he's a good geezer as well.
Yeah, no, big him up. Ollie says Darren's so funny. Dad's getting a lot of love. You got your camera on, getting a lot of love today, mate. No, we're not giving him hate. We just like let's be serious now. Like my dad said, he is not our first choice. Well, now he is because there's no other options.
No. I like we
like him.
Yeah, I do like him. He has been decent for us in the past, but he's not on the level of certain goalkeepers. And it's
just saying, I don't know if that was actually aimed at us, but
I haven't seen a lot of hate for him. Actually, not really. The only game he pissed me off this season was against Stevenage. That in the cup, and that was early on in the season. But other than that, he's good backup, but he's not.
He's put in a very good shift. Ever since funny enough, actually, ever since the Forest game, he's put in a good shift in the reverse fixture. So, Harry, boy, you apparently, he says, honestly, Forest were nowhere near. Obviously, we've got Mr. Dore in the background as well, so I want to see how he reacts to this.
Move it on a bit. We've been chatting for 40 minutes. Well.
Yeah, we will, because I've got to go on his channel in a bit. Anyway, honestly, Forest were nowhere near as good as against us compared to what they played like last week. We were just poor. Play like they did against us, you'll definitely get a result, says Harry. So that's interesting. Obviously, we don't want to obviously we love Sluga. Well, I like Sluga, but I don't want to talk about him too much. He's not at the club no more. But it says Sluga started off poor, got some form, then slowed down. Do you agree with that?
I think it was his personal life that started affecting him, but generally he was pretty decent for us. He pulled
He was
us
very homesick, wasn't he, as well?
saves, and it's just a bit unfortunate circumstances. But then, if someone don't want to be at the club, you got to get where you got to go. You know what I mean? And we just be, don't forget, we also loaned Steer. You know what I'm saying? So obviously we weren't looking for Shea to be there. So that's all you need to know, really. You know what I'm saying? Talking fact. No, the geezer's a
Taylor
good guy.
says, "Nah, my one's Lee Hayward. Maybe you know him. I doubt it, to be fair, but he's a class coach. You ever heard of him?"
I don't think so, but I say Ash probably knows him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he trust me, he knows everyone. All right, it wasn't named that. No, I didn't think it was. I didn't mean to come across if it did, but he said, "You lot don't give him hate," but I've seen people all over Facebook and Twitter. Twitter, I'm not surprised because it's the most toxic place. And complaining that he couldn't play in the conference.
Well, that's just bollocks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's just chat and breeze now. Like, he's a solid goalkeeper, but we need a better one if we want to go up. Now, I totally agree with that end.
Goalkeeper's the hardest position to recruit for me. You know what I mean? And if you look at the top teams, they pay a lot of dollar for good goalkeepers.
Look who's here.
Yes.
He's in the UK now, isn't he? Go on, G. How are you, mate? No, it's good. It's good you're in here. And that's another thing I thought of, actually. You'll actually be able to watch him on job. You know what I mean? But yeah, sorry, Dad. I'll let you finish off what you're saying. We just have to big him up.
No, that's cool. That's cool. He's been a good servant to us. But like I said to you, I think I was saying to you the other day that certain players, some players evolve with the club, and then some players, the club gets better than the players, so they have to go. And there's a couple of players at this present time, not a load, but a few that will end up going in the summer, 100%.
Yeah, no, most definitely. Taylor says British chap and T-Boys TV soon. That's all I'm going to say about that one. But yeah, let's actually bring in the Nottingham Forest fan we have got. Obviously, we are playing them tomorrow. Feels a bit weird saying that on a Friday at 12:30. But yeah, let me just change a few things up while I sort that out real quick. Obviously, we're not at Huddersfield's ground for this. We are at the mighty King Kenny, and obviously got to change it to that. But yeah, let's bring him in. A lot of you probably know him. Here he is, Ben, Mr. Dore. How are you, mate?
I'm not too bad. Thank you for having me on. How's everyone?
No worries, mate. No worries at all. But yeah, I'm good. Obviously, Dad, you're chilling as well, aren't you?
He's got his camera. He's got his face on. Like
that's it. Yeah.
But yeah, obviously, like I said, it is Luton versus Nottingham Forest. Obviously, I have to big up Forest. It's only right. Obviously, on my channel.
You've got to.
There you go. You guys loving it already. But obviously, I've done a lot of Nottingham Forest watch-alongs, and boy, they've impressed me in every single one. Even if the result hasn't gone their way. Do you know what I mean? Like Liverpool game, for example. I thought they had quality in that game. There's been a lot of others. But obviously, we'll get into it. But obviously, we're facing you lot. How are you feeling overall? How's your confidence? It must be fairly decent. You're on a very good run. But yeah, how are you feeling going into it?
Wow. I'm feeling confident because, like as you said, our form has been unbelievable. And shout out to Rummy Tour. I saw him last week.
Yeah, big him up, man. Big him up.
But our form has been mad. Yeah. And since Cooper's come in, we've bottomed the league.
It's amazing.
It is.
No hope, nothing. And as you know, we can see it. Everyone can see it. We're just the form team from bottom of the league to fourth in the table. So
So I pressed the wrong one.
It's good to see. And now we're playing against a team like Luton. Like when Luton came to our ground, they should have beat us. They
Yeah.
should have beat us. And if that was Hooton, because Hooton against you lot, we would have lost 5-0 against you lot.
Yeah.
Because Steve Cooper's come in, and like I said, you should have won. And remember, your guy missed the penalty as well, didn't it? If I remember.
Yeah.
And got a point out of it, and that's what Cooper's done. And like I said, we're fourth in the league. We've got you lot, and it's just been a great story. And I just hope the story doesn't end, because one of us, Forest or Luton, we still can get top two. Bournemouth
It's still
like,
possible.
yeah, we can still get top two. Like, yeah, the loss.
You've got to play Bournemouth as well, haven't you? You've got to play.
That game that got cancelled, they're going to regret it. They're
Mm.
going to regret it. And Bournemouth fans, like I said, you can talk, say, "Oh, Forest popping up." No, we're on good form. But Bournemouth, like I said, Forest, Huddersfield, Luton, we can still get top two. And the form guys doesn't lie. We're on top form, and it's gonna be a good game tomorrow. I'm excited. I'm buzzing.
Yeah, fair play to you, fair play to you. But Dad, I'm going to ask you before I'll read this comment first. Big up Spencer. Obviously, another one on the Premier League streams. A lot when I do Liverpool streams as well. Obviously, as you can tell, he's a Liverpool fan. He says, "Hey T, hope you're well. Huge game tomorrow. Come on, Hatters." Absolutely. But obviously, just a quick big up on Spencer, actually. He lives in a different country, and Liverpool Brighton, for example, that was a 12:30 kickoff in the UK, and for him, I believe it's like 4 a.m. He always comes onto my streams as well as does a watch along. I mean, watches my watch along, as well as watches the game. So appreciate that, mate. But big up yourself. Big up Alex as well. He says yo. So yeah, but Dad, how are you feeling going into this one?
Oh, I don't know, mate. I don't know. Like before the Huddersfield game, I was more worried. No, about them, because I knew that away, the way they play. You know what I mean? And I thought even if we had a better team out there, that potentially they would have snuck a win anyway. And being at home against Forest, you know what I'm saying? Like all the fans there, we played better against the bigger teams generally. And I was more confident, not necessarily that we'd win, not going out and battering them or anything, but at least, get a point. That's how I was feeling previously. But right now, because of the injuries and not knowing like who's available, etc., and yes, we do need to kind of bounce back. Not so much get the points, but the performance. Do you know what I mean? To show that we've still got that togetherness and that want to be in the playoffs, etc. That'll do for me. As long as that happens, there's still games left after that. We don't know what the other results are going to be. It's still in our hands. So, I'm not as confident, but this is there's a couple of things. It's the Championship. There's always shocks or this team's in form, and then they'll lose or they'll drop points or whatever. Nottingham Forest are expected to beat us at the moment. Let's be honest. Do you know
you're right, 100% right.
And also it's Luton Town. They do this kind of nonsense. Not nonsense, but you'll think they're down and out, and then they'll come back, swinging. So it all depends on what's gone on between Nathan Jones and the players and how they're feeling. I think their mindset will still be good. I think they'll still play with confidence, but it's down to the personnel and who's there. Because Nottingham Forest ain't going to be scared. Steve Cooper's not going to be scared. He's going to be well drilled. He knows exactly how we play. Like I said before, they're very similar managers, and we've just got to be on the ball, because Nottingham Forest will be. I don't think they're not going to come there expecting to beat us 4-0, but they'll be supremely confident that they can expose our weaknesses, especially if we've got players out injured. So that's the way I'm feeling about it at the moment.
Yeah, fair enough. But I'm not going to literally say my thoughts because it's literally the same as you. You know, it all depends who is on that pitch, in my opinion. So yeah, I'm not going to get in that for too long. But yeah, got a question, mate. So Dawn Tor, do you think Jed Spence should have got sent off for that tackle on Everidge? Now,
Never.
I think that's a bit harsh.
Never. It was 50-50 ball. What do you expect him to do? Never.
Yeah.
Never. Like,
the thing is with them kind of situations. I mean, we had one. I think Luton had one where someone got clattered. You can't, like say, it's a 50-50 ball, and like it could have been the other way round. Do you know what I'm saying? Like the player could have got. Would you have sent the keeper off for going for the ball? No, you wouldn't. It's just unfortunate, you know, and that's all it is. Like you're going for the ball. Like then these things they do seem to be happening a bit more though. But you can't really be sending someone off unless it's, you know, a blatant kick in the face, and then you're not just getting you're getting banned for 6 months. You know what I'm saying? So nah, I don't think so.
Yeah, so there you go. Yeah, I think if he was to get someone off, that would have been very harsh. I'm not going to lie. Me and my dad said earlier, we feel it's more of a don't lose. You know, about a must win. I don't know. You know, with Forest's form as well, I don't know.
Unbeaten in 10. No, they're unbeaten in 10 games, mate.
Is it 10?
Maybe more. The last 10 games, they haven't lost. I know that. Yeah.
Boy. 2-2. Harry's gone with 2-2. I'm saying Forest win by 2 or more. Obviously, we'll get into our predictions in a bit. Are you tired?
No, my eyes itching. My eyes are itching. That's all.
Yeah, them ones.
It's been a long day. It's been a long day.
Yeah, well, there you go. But obviously, before we get into lineups, that sort of thing, and a few other bits, right. So if Forest go on to win this game, right, and depending on what Huddersfield do, they could jump up to get third. You know, if Luton win this, we can go above Forest, and then obviously if it's a draw, the teams remain where they are, depending on the Sheffield United result, and for Luton potentially the Blackburn result as well. So yeah, there you go with that. But yeah, I'm gonna do something different here. I don't usually do this. Obviously, my dad's gone quickly, so I'm gonna ask Dore.
Laptop on charge.
Oh right, okay. Dore, what Luton players are you? What's the word? I wouldn't say feared, but
wary of.
Yeah, wary of.
There was only one player that I was wary of, and that was ex-Nottingham Forest player Henry Lansby.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nothing to worry about there, mate.
Yeah, I think I like the strike. Is it Kodik? Is it Kodik? What his name is?
Cornick. Harry Cornick.
Harry Cornick. Yeah. He's a good player. I think he's got. Did he score past Forest 2 seasons ago? I don't know if he goes in or not.
Possibly. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's player like Lansby. He's the ex-Forest player. Like I did like him, but then when he was at Forest, the way he dealt with Forest to get a new contract was disgrace. And
oh really?
Yeah, he basically we had Fawaz as the owner, and basically that Fawaz it was Lansby ended his contract was going down, and basically he just took the mick out, and because Fawaz he didn't know enough about football. He didn't know enough about football, and to say to him, pay me more, I want to be paid basically double on one. At that time, Forest wasn't playing. We was poor. It was shocking.
Yeah.
Basically, he just took the pick at Forest. And yeah, it wasn't great. And but looks like as a player, I think he's good. He likes to get 1 or 2 fouls. He just
who he wants.
We got a song for him.
Yeah, and he's what it is. But he's a good player. But now, as I said, I watched the game against Huddersfield the other day. And he's injured, so I think that's a player I'm worried about is Cornick. So that's a player I'm more worried about. But yeah, listen to me. I think you're a good side. You're not there for no reason. So
exactly, yeah.
So for us, we've got to respect Luton because we can't go there and thinking, oh, yes, we're battering every single team, but Luton, like I said, they're up there, and we've got to put respect to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely. Dad, what Forest players are you gonna? Oh, what's the
I
word
don't
you
know,
just said?
like,
Can't even
that
think of it.
Johnson guy, the Johnson guy, is he the winger?
Yeah,
Brandon
yeah.
Johnson, baby.
Yeah, him. I mean, every time I've seen him play, I think when he, he's just got that ability. Very dangerous. They've just got a few youngsters. Can't remember the names of some of the other guys. You might have to remind me.
Jed
But they've got
Spence,
Jed Spence.
quality
Jed
player.
Spence.
Every time I've watched him as well, Forest watch-alongs. Boy.
It's not so much. The thing is with Forest, it's not so much the individuals. It's like, the unit. You know what I'm saying? That's more fearful, like, because Hull City had that player. Who's that player that's been touted for, like, playing for England? That young player that they've got.
Lewis Potter.
He done nothing against us. You know what I'm saying? If anything, he was trying too hard. But I feel with Forest, they're similar. They'll work hard for each other. They won't just be individuals. Do you know what I mean? Like we are. We try, when we try, set each other up and things like that. That's the more fearful. They've got enough players to do that. They're not like not a one-man team, but they, someone who's just that one special player and the rest are average. They've got the decent all-round ability and they work hard for each other. So there isn't necessarily individual player that I feel that directly hurt us, but it's the group. It's the group, and that's the thing. Because you can go to other teams and they might have just like one or two players that will definitely hurt you. Like Mitrovic. Or someone that always scores against you, like we have with, I don't know, QPR or whatever. That guy. But no, it's just the core, and I think they've got a good goalkeeper as well, haven't they? He's come in, American goalkeeper, is it?
Hovarth.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's back on bench. He's back on bench now. We've got the Samba back and goal.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So that's an interest. How many games has Samba played? Is he since he's come back?
Samba's only missed. How many games have we played? He's only played played 4 league games. For us.
Do you reckon he'll start tomorrow?
No, Samba will be in goal tomorrow.
You reckon?
Yeah.
That's
Samba's played the last 2 games for Forest.
Oh right, okay.
So yeah, we've got a good first choice, a good backup, and we've got a strong side. So
yeah,
even if I don't care if Samba doesn't play, we've got Hovarth. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But like, to be fair, Hovarth, like, he played well. He's played good for Forest.
Yeah, he has. Yeah.
And then because the reason was because he was on international keeper duty for USA, but he come back late on a Friday, and we played Blackpool on a Saturday, and he didn't make it in time. So since Samba's come in since Blackpool, we've won 3 games. So why would you drop a keeper that was on form?
Yeah, of course. Form? Yeah.
So
exactly. Yeah.
It didn't matter if Samba doesn't play, we've got Hovarth. So that's the best thing about it. Because to be fair, it's Forest fans, and like we was worried because Hovarth is not like Samba. The way Samba deals with stuff, and it doesn't matter. Like we're confident, we're going places, and like I said, we're going to respect Luton because like I said, we're doing the playoffs.
And I mean, I don't want to. I'll sound a bit, but you've got 2 games in hand over a few teams as well, so you could afford to lose that game. I'm not saying you're going to go in there with that attitude, but do you know what I mean? Like that'll give you even more sort of. But if you go 1-0 down, you think, well, we don't need to be panicking. Do you know what I'm saying? Because we've still got that about us. We've got 2 games now, and we're in a decent position. We don't, you know what I mean? Because sometimes when you get into that situation of playoffs and that, which we're in, this is going to be a big test for us. If we lose to you, then maybe they could lose belief or panic could start setting in. And that's it. And we'll slowly just drop out of it. Whereas you won't have that so much. So it's that in itself is going to make it even tougher for us. We're going to have to, you know, be on job, and it's going to be very, very difficult.
Where's he gone? I think he's gone off.
I'm hosting now.
Has he not been paying his bill?
No, I think probably isn't there. I'll probably be back in a second. Bless him.
That's fine.
But
it's going to be a good game tomorrow. It's going to be a great
it is. Tomorrow. It is. You know, again, I was talking about managers. You know, we had Graham Jones. Remember when we had Graham Jones?
Yeah. Yep.
And we played Forest, and I can't remember. I think we might have lost or whatever. And he goes, you know, they're former European champions. Yeah, this is true, but you know, not at this present time. It was the way he was talking, like, "Oh, Luton shouldn't be beating them anyway." You know, that kind of attitude, and
yeah.
And you don't need that at the club, you know. And that's what, you know, when with your new manager, you know, he's like, I believe this is a big club. It is kind of a sleeping giant club, you know what I'm saying? And he's made the player look. You're playing for this club. You've got this ability, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of the opposite to Luton in a certain way, because we've got a good reputation. You know, we used to be in the top leagues and that, but we're known as kind of a small club because of the stadium and this, that, and the other, and all the stuff that's happened to us. But really, we're a bigger club than a lot of teams who have ended up going further, like Bournemouth, you know, Swansea, you could say, Cardiff, you could say, you know, because they used to be right down, you know, Division 4 at them times, you know, even Brentford, you know. So, but with Nottingham Forest, they've always had that decent history and stuff, and you need a manager to come in there, which you have done, and make that belief happen, and that's what you need sometimes. But it's going to be a good game. It is going to be a good game. Let's hope the officials are decent, because
all referees are useless in the Championship.
Yeah,
the lower down the English football leagues you go, the worse they are.
Yeah, I remember when Luton were in the conference, they were appalling, but some of these don't seem much different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
right.
It's true. It's true.
Awful.
That's the only thing.
Sorry about that, people. My
You're not been paying your bill, Tyler.
No,
my
50p
laptop
died. Huh? No, but
to put 50p in a meter.
You used to tell me, right, when it was on like 20%, it used to go, oh yeah, but now it just don't tell me. But yeah, apologies about that. But you lot hosted it pretty decent there. Well, I was gone. So cheers for that. I saw it in the background, turned it on straight away on my phone. But yeah, I was going to put a comment, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah, Taylor's gone 2-1 Forest. Obviously, Luton fan. Obviously, like I said, we'll get into our score predictions in a bit. Dore might be able to, you know, get confirmation of this. Spencer says their last loss was, I think he means the 30th of the 3rd against Cardiff away.
Yeah, I think that was a last defeat. That was the last defeat. But yeah, in the league, that was the last defeat. But yeah, Liverpool lost in the cup. So
yeah, and my set that's going mental because West Ham just scored again. Bowen, that man again. Yeah, I just heard him go, yes! You know what I mean? So it was, there you go. But 3-1 on aggregate. It was Cornick. Confirmation of what you were saying earlier. It was Cornick. Oh, no, I hope not, Alex. I hope that there's no Blues remake tomorrow. Alex not a big fan of the keeper. I'm not too sure what one, but Ben Russell, obviously a Forest fan. He said, just because we've won 5 in a row doesn't mean we are due a loss. We take every game as it comes. He's got a point. All right, Alex is not he don't like one of them goalkeepers. Big up Coach's Corner, Chelsea fan. Obviously, I saw him through Goonies channel. If any of you know him, man knows football, got 6k subs. He says, would love to see Forest and Luton in Prem, and Forest can sing song to Arsenal every game. Champions of Europe. Oh, my days. Samba, yeah. Yeah, I remember Alex is not a big fan of Samba at all.
Oh, yeah, we stepped off his line, didn't he, you're saying?
Yeah, a lot of controversy with that. But another thing I was going to talk about before we get into lineups that we'd go with and that sort of thing. Injury news. Now, obviously, for Luton, 100%. No Clark, no Osho, and obviously no Steer, unfortunately. Questionable is Reece Burke's on there. I would also put Lockyer on there as well. Obviously, Lansbury, Ruddock, I'll be putting them on the will not play as well. Is there anyone else I can't think of from the top of my head, Dad? Can you think of anyone else?
Jerome.
Oh, yeah, Jerome as well. Yeah, obviously.
Cameron Jerome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cameron Jerome.
Bloody hell, he's still playing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. A lot of people say that when I mention him for Luton. But yeah, no, he pulled up against
Peterborough.
Oh, maybe I'm wrong about Clark. Apparently he's in training. I didn't actually see that. I saw Locker.
Well, this is what I'm saying. If we can get them attacking midfielders on the pitch, then it will be a lot more threatening, definitely. But,
no, most definitely. Especially Clark, with the form he's been on.
And out of our last 10 games at home, we've only lost once. So, and that was against QPR. And
that was, let's not get started on that.
That was just poor officiating, and that was just, it was terrible. But, so, we can keep that up. And I'm sure we've had injuries, players out in some of them games. So we just need to put in a top performance against a top team, and we should get a result. But
yeah, that's another thing I haven't mentioned actually. Like you said, it was poor officiating and that, but the last 12:30 kickoff at home was not good for us as well. But yeah, while loads of injuries, trust me, Harry, trust me. Apparently, I released a video of training. That might have been on the Twitter. I don't have Twitter, so I wouldn't know. But
get on Twitter.
Eh?
Get on Twitter.
Oh, mate. The reason why I don't is because it's so toxic.
Yeah, but that's what happens. Listen, I'm on Twitter. Listen to me.
Yeah.
If Forest were losing, we've got the worst fan base of toxic when we lose. So listen to me. Get on Twitter, promote your content, and that's how it is.
It's how it is. If people don't like your opinions, then everyone's got an opinion.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Opinion. That's all it is. People, the thing about it, it's good to like with my content. I promote my content on there. People love it. People hate it. But when you put yourself out there, like you put yourself there on YouTube, people love it. People hate it. Get yourself on Twitter. If you don't go on Twitter, fair enough.
I've got.
But then it is like I said. Twitter, like our fan base, when we've been in the championship for 23 years. How do you think as a Forest fan I felt?
Yeah.
And last 3 or 4 years, and I'm not talking about this season, like last season, under Houghton, and the first 6 games of the season, we've got the most toxic fans in the league. Don't worry about people's opinion. It's your opinion, and that's all that matters. If people like it, people don't, then it's all good.
They don't have to watch. They don't have to comment.
Well, to be fair, I do have a Twitter account. I just don't have it. But yeah, I'm considering getting it back. I'm considering getting it back. A YouTube video, I've seen it, but I haven't watched it. If that makes sense, I've seen scrolled past it. I haven't had time to watch it. Forest lost 3 out of 5 defenders, but came through it with 5 wins. Hopefully, Luton can't do the same. Harry says if you just put your content on there, Tyler lad, no one cares, bro. Yeah, I'll probably start to do stuff on it. But I don't want to keep rambling on for too long. Injury news.
I got my shirt at 9:30.
Yeah, exactly. But injury news. Do you know a lot of injury news for Forest?
I know there's Cook, who we found from Bournemouth. He's out injured. He's back soon. Lowe, he's on loan from Sheffield United. He's injured as well. Who else is injured? I think that's it. Full strength squad. Two players, Cook and Lowe. They're definitely injured.
Right, let's get into the lineups, Tyler.
Yeah, no, that's what I was gonna do. Right, lineup. I'll let you start, Dore, with what you would go with if you.
I'm sticking with the same squad we've used the last 3 games. I put Samba in goal. I think we'll play a 3-4. No, we'll play a 3-4-1-2. So Figueiredo, Worrell, McKenna at the back, Spence, Yates, Colback, Gardner, and who else have we made? Ziganel in the midfield, and then we've got the main two up front: Brennan Johnson, and Kevin Davis up front. So I think we'll stick with that team. Either way, I think the number 10 is a special one. Like I said, we've got Ziganel, but we've got 2 or 3 players that can play that number 10 role, like Ziganel, Lolly, Cafu. The sport of choice.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's my team.
Is Graben available?
He is, but he's because the way Brennan Johnson's playing and Davis, it's hard. He just come back from injury,
Right.
so it might stop. We don't know because we've got New Lock tomorrow. We've got West Brom on Monday, so we might either play. Who's on? We don't know. We've got a big squad.
Yeah,
but Cuba's been playing Johnson and Davis up front, so Graben might come on 60th minute with Sturridge. So we've got a big squad, so it won't matter.
Okay.
Fair enough. I do rate Davies. He's another player. There was one game, I think he half volleyed it or something. He hit it off the bar or post. It was so unlucky. I can't remember what the game was. It might have been like Huddersfield in the FA Cup or something. But yeah, boy, he's a quality player as well. Obviously, Harry's a Birmingham fan. Obviously, he's saying that, but he did score last week against them. But there you go. Lineup, right? Ours, Dad. I'll say names and see if you agree. If not, then obviously go with what you would go with. So obviously, Shane goal. A 3-5-2 I'd go with formation.
Yep.
And then right wing back, I'm putting Bree back in there. You know, you could tell the Huddersfield game he wanted to go forward. You know, that's just his position. Left wing back, Bell. You know, like we keep saying, we can just see his improvement. He's getting better and better. Back 3, I would go Naismith on the left side. Now, I don't know about Burke and Lockyer, so I won't put them in. I'll go Bradley centre-back and Kioso.
Yeah, so exactly the same. That's what I think it probably will be.
Even if Kioso's the one in the middle, I don't mind that.
Yeah.
So that's what I'll go with there. Midfield, I would go... Oh, now that's straight up for me with these injuries. I'm going to go with Campbell through the middle. On the left sort of side, I'm going to go Berry. And then the other side, I'm going to go Snodgrass.
I think Snodgrass is left-footed, so I reckon he'll probably be on that side. They'll swap places with Berry.
Yeah.
So I see that happening. And then up front, you know, it's going to be Adebayo and Cornick.
Exactly.
But Nathan Jones does surprise us sometimes. He does surprise us, and you know, who knows? But probably that will be the lineup. It's an important game, regardless. You know, we got another game at Cardiff. You know, hard way trip and that, but the Easter, Christmas period, you just got to roll with the punches and put out the team. So it will be there. They've just got to deal with it, and that's it. So that's probably what I'd go with as well. It'll be interesting to see who actually is coming back from injury or on the bench or whatever. But
no, most definitely. Where do you stand with this one quickly, Dad? Thorpe to be on the bench? Yeah,
possibly. You know, if Lansbury, Ruddock, Clark still not fit, then you're going to
say with the lack of options as it is. Yeah, no, I was definitely going to say that. But we'll get into the last little bit. Score predictions. Dore, I'll let you go first. Obviously,
okay.
Rightly so.
Okay. This is the thing. I've got to be careful because, like, Luton they're on good form. Like, they lost to Huddersfield. We've beaten everyone. I want to say, and I'll tell you a fact before we do leave. Like, we're in our blue kit, and since Cooper's come in, we've won 4-1 in both. We beat Swansea 4-1. We beat Blackpool 4-1 in the same kit. So I tell you, Luton fans, to be careful because that's my prediction. I'm going for the same one. I'm not just saying it because we're on good form. I'm just saying it because it's our lucky kit to win 4-1. A yellow kit we're good on it. But every time we play the blue kit, we win 4-1. So that's my prediction for tomorrow. There's the problem. I never give my prediction till after an hour before the game. But
Right.
to all you people out there, and you look at, you get a prediction out of me. So I'm saying 4-1 Forest.
Right. Okay.
You score. Call it. We'll score.
Yeah, actually, do goal scorers quickly. I'm going to start adding that. Who do you reckon is going to score?
Okay, Johnson
your
will score
four then?
2. Johnson 2. Ziganel and Garner.
Fair enough. Dad, I'm going to go. Actually, I'll go next. Next. Obviously, because you lot might have seen it on the Championship show on Perry Sports' channel. Now, I said this before the Huddersfield game, but I'll stick by it. 2-2. Now, the reason I say that is our home form, is generally good. But I just, I think it's going to be the same result as our last home game. Just like that. So, there you go. Dad, how are you feeling about this one?
Well, how I feel about it. I just think that, unfortunately for us, that we're playing Forest at the wrong time. Not just because they're in form, but because we're ravaged by injuries. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and I just feel like it'll be close. I think it'll be closer than what people think, but I think that they'll edge it. Like they'll score like in the last minute or something like that, and it'll be like 2-1 Forest. That's what I'm thinking.
I like your dad. I like your dad.
I do. I was just going to be honest about it. That's my feeling. If they surprise me, they surprise me. But I just feel like they've got that little bit of momentum more than us, and our injuries it's just not good. It will be tight. But I just think they're going to have that little bit more, and it's going to pay dividends for them. So 2-1 Forest.
Fair enough. No, that's fair enough. Apparently, Taylor's coming in with "we've just been fined," which is not what you want to hear. I did ask him why. He said he's having a look now for Naismith. Oh,
yeah, that's a Huddersfield game, isn't it?
Right.
The
yeah.
push.
Okay. I was gonna say what, but then I thought, okay, fair enough. Big up Wolf. He says, "Hey lads," but that is all of that done. Obviously, spoke about Huddersfield and spoke about Forest and obviously Dore. A smile on his face, he's loving it. Mate.
I always smile because we're doing good. That's the problem. If you saw me the first 7 games, I was depressed. The first 7 games, and since Cooper's come in, this has changed.
Amazing, amazing, yeah, absolutely.
And
that's another thing.
That's what football does to you.
That's another thing I was going to add. That guy's he knows. I think we haven't really got a good record against him as a manager, as well. So, he knows how to beat Luton. So that's another thing.
Was he the manager when we beat Swansea 1-0 away when James Collins scored?
Yeah, possibly, but I think that's during COVID and that. Generally, other than
there was
that,
no fans.
who knows how to beat Luton? So I just think we're playing at the wrong time. I'm not giving up hope on the playoffs, but I just think.
But you're in the playoffs. You're in the playoffs.
Exactly.
Right. Let me say something before we do go. Would you imagine Luton to be in playoffs now?
No.
Exactly. That's what you're going to say, because, like I said, could you see me? Yeah. Could you imagine Forest being in the playoffs? Nope.
Not after the start of the season. No, definitely.
Exactly.
Not.
And look at Luton. Yeah. Like no disrespect to Luton. Like there's bigger clubs who got players.
Should be there.
You should be there. But like Luton, and I'm put respect on your manager as well. You got Chris Curran, ex-Forest.
Yeah, he's good as well. Yeah, very good.
So you can't complain. Like, you're in the playoffs, and that's all that matters.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And it's not all over. It wouldn't be over. I don't think it'd be over if you do lose. I think other teams will drop points and there'll be surprises. But I just think at this moment in time, that Forest will have that enough to go edge, and then who knows, that could just then push them even further to get to snatch that automatic spot, and then he'll have manager of the year, 100% for that. Good. So we'll see, but it's been good to meet you. And
good to see you, man. Good to see you.
Good luck.
I got this guy to put his face on the show. Everyone praised me.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
got
I'll
him on.
carry that on now.
Yeah, that's true. That is very true.
Yeah, I'll have to carry that on now.
You
But,
gotta carry on, man. Don't be scared. Like I put my mug face on there. And
yeah,
people love
that's it.
So
Yeah.
It is what it is,
100%.
man.
Yeah.
And Dad, you got a lot of love from the comments as well. So
Yeah.
there you go. There you go. Apparently it's going to be a 5K fine for Naismith. So
it's all right.
there you go.
It's a week's wages probably for him. Yeah. Not, you know.
Yeah, I'm not really going to get too much into it now. Alex,
Right.
big Darren Barber looking fresh.
Fresh. I can look fresher.
But
Right.
yeah, so we're going to wrap up here. Obviously, I'm going on Dore's channel, like mentioned.
Yeah, come on my channel. Go on Dore on tour, people. Dore on tour.
Yeah, no, definitely get onto that. But yeah, just quickly, I will not be going to the game tomorrow, but I'm going to be doing a watch long. Dore's going to be there. I'm guessing you're doing a vlog.
As always.
So there you go, people. Check that out when it comes out. And yeah, Dad, just quickly, love you, Dad. So funny. There you go, Dad. See, get a lot of love. But yeah, there we go. Obviously, Dad, you do music. Where can they find it?
Yeah, Dazzy D, Mixcloud. If you like it, drum and bass, jungle, that kind of music, check that out. There's a few mixes on there. There'll be some more up and coming within the next week or so. So if you like that kind of style, then jump on there and give it a listen, give it a follow. Appreciate that.
Nah, it's all right. Thanks, Alex. So thanks, mate. But it's all right. I'm gonna do a watch along. What's that? My dad's music. If so, then yeah, I will do that. But Dore, obviously you have your own channel, and like you said, you got an upcoming stream with me.
Yeah,
But,
in 5 minutes, people. 5 minutes. Come on, Dore on tour. It'll be fun, man.
There you go.
Fun.
There you go. So what's coming up on your channel? Bar that, obviously the vlog as well.
The vlogs. I have loads of things on my channel. The reviews, previews, vlogs, interview ex-voice players. I got the lot. So people, come on, subscribe to the channel, man. It's fun.
Yeah,
it's
no,
what we do for.
definitely
Fun.
Definitely.
In chat with fellow fans, and it's having fun. I'm having fun.
Yeah, no, definitely quality channel. Spencer says take care. Sorry, everyone, come on, you hatters. Thank you very much. Oh, thank you for that, Alex. Thank you for that. He says I ain't going Blackpool. Sort you and Big DB for that game. That'd be much appreciated, mate. Obviously, you know
Right.
Obviously, that you'd be a legend if you did that, but don't have that as your main priority. Yeah, no worries at all. Totally understand that. But yeah, we're going to wrap it up here. Frankfurt 3-0 up to Barcelona. See you later. You know what I mean? But yeah, there you go. That is episode 35 of the Hatter Show done. The next one will probably be on Sunday, as obviously, like the other championship teams, we're also playing on Monday. Obviously, we've got Cardiff. Big up Taylor. He's been in it for ages, since the start. A lot of you have. Big up everyone that's been in the chat. Alex says, your dad took me Stevenage in it and promised him tickets.
Right. I get going, if that's okay.
True. But yeah, no worries. Obviously, I'm going on Dore's channel, so please check that out for him and me. But yeah, there you go. Until next time, my dad will see you on Sunday. I'll see you tomorrow on my channel with a watch long. Until next time, guys, take care and peace.
Up the Reds.